Guys, we're literally the first ones in here. Welcome to Board Progression. Today's video is brought to you by DJI and the Osmo Action 4. I am so stoked that DJI wanted to reach out to me and sponsor this video. They sent me the Osmo Action 4 and their adventure combo. I've been using it for the last couple of videos and I'm very impressed with the quality I'm getting from this camera. Towards the end of this video, we're gonna deep dive into the settings that I use for this camera and we're gonna talk about the features of the camera and how it performs, so definitely stay tuned for that. We do have a vlog style video today, but before we get into that, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the camera and the accessories that DJI sent me. In the box, we've obviously got a camera and a little lens protector that screws on and off. There's a hood that can replace this if the lens protector breaks. There's an external cage that you can put around the camera that I didn't really use because it's mostly just for attaching the camera vertically to your mounts. The Adventure Combo also comes with a pole, and it's an amazing pole at that. I don't even know if I can fit it all the way in here. This thing is like 60 inches long when it's all the way extended, and it folds up to like a foot maybe. This is a game changer, guys. I love having a pole that's small that you can throw in a pocket when you don't need it, and then you can extend it for a really long reach when you're doing follow cams or selfies. This is the pole that I use most often, and it doesn't extend as far. It's like a foot shorter, and when you fold it up, it's about the same length, maybe even a little bit shorter. So that's awesome. It's telescoping, you don't have to twist it or anything. Seems very sturdy, very reliable so far. Now, the coolest thing in my opinion about this camera is the way it attaches to your mounts. Check this out. That's it. It's locked in through a magnet system that has teeth holding it in place once it connects. To take it off, you just pinch the sides. I'll show you that once more. The magnet pulls it in, press just a little bit harder, and it's locked in, not coming off. Now, I don't really use helmet mounts. A lot of you guys ask about my POV footage all the time, and I like to use a bite mount, but this still works amazingly for that system as well. Again, you pinch the sides, it releases. I've got an extra connector that came with the camera attached to my bite mount, and you simply do that, and now it's attached, not going anywhere, and you can get some awesome POV. Might look a little bit strange, but it protects your teeth with the mouth guard, and you get a lower angle instead of the camera being on the top of your head. And you can fiddle with the settings anytime you want, rather than being like, hey, is it on? Can you tell me? Like, do you see a blinking red light? None of that. Next up, this is one of my favorite things, a battery case that holds all your batteries, and you just hit the button on the outside and you can see what the charge is on all the batteries. Open it up. This one's not fully charged. These are obviously, but it's a great place to store your batteries. It doesn't keep them charged while it's in it, but it does allow for fast charging when you plug in a USB-C cable. It'll fast charge all 3 batteries. It's so nice to have a case that protects the batteries. I've actually messed up batteries in the past, keeping them loose in a pocket from them bouncing around and hitting each other. So that's awesome. And then DJI hooked us up with some ND filters. We got an ND8, an ND16, and an ND32. These are super clutch if you're shooting in manual exposure. The first 2 days I filmed with the Osmo Action 4, I did not use the ND filters, but this video today, we tested out the ND filters for the first time using full manual exposure for all the settings. Now, I did notice a little bit of wind noise and some clipping going on in the first couple videos I made, so I added a little mod that I usually do to my action cameras. That's the little dead cat here on top. There's a microphone on the top of the camera, and then there's, I think, 2 microphones on the front of the camera, but it looks a little bit harder to get the dead cats on those. So I just put it on the top to see if it made a difference. Let me know what you guys think in today's video. All right, guys, so we're headed up to the Bird after a big round of storms, so hopefully there's some good snow. Let me know how the low light is on the Osmo Action 4. From here, it looks pretty good. Kevin and Rav are already up there from Snowboard Pro Camp, so hoping to link up with them. They said they're only gonna stay for a few laps though, and then get out of here. And I think they're heading back to Canada. You're doing a great job. Yeah, what's up, Sophia?
Doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. It's really nice out today.
Awesome. Thanks. See ya. Oh wow. Path to Paradise is still closed. All right, guys, we're shooting on full manual exposure today, and it's starting to get a little bit bright, so we popped on the ND8 filter. Hopefully it looks good. On my little screen in the back, it looks good. Mineral opened right at 9 o'clock, so it's pretty tracked. Don't think we're really gonna get much fresh, but that's okay. Woo! There's a bomb and a slide right over there. Bookends. That looks pretty good, honestly. That didn't go very far. Nothing like starting the day off with the traverse. There the boys. Hey, I'm a big fan.
Hey, what's up? What's up,
What's up, Raz? It was alright.
It's alright, yeah.
Thick, you know?
This is like Whistler snow.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's thick. We're getting a little precipitation. I don't know if I call it snow. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're hoping that we can get past the Paradise. Middle's been open, but all of Powder Paradise has been closed. That's a good sign. What is going on here? What is this? I'm not used to this.
That's the only thing I know.
No, it doesn't happen here. What's going on?
You saying this is not normal?
No. It usually just blows right up. Guys, it's been so fun linking up, man. I hope you guys have an awesome trip back to Canada.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been real.
So great to meet
Thanks,
you
man.
both.
No, likewise. We'll let you know when we're coming back.
Yeah,
Wish us luck getting across the border.
definitely. Both ways, right?
And the Jeep.
Yep.
We're working on it.
Thanks for all you guys do. No worries.
Ballpark timing.
I have no clue.
All right, it's getting a little bit brighter out, so we're switching to the ND16 filter. Hopefully things look good. We're filming with a 4x3 frame that uses the whole size of the sensor for cropping vertically for YouTube or horizontally for Instagram. Stabilization set to rock steady. The rock steady plus crops in just a little bit too much, I think, for doing like a selfie, and the horizon leveling crops in even more. Thank you guys. Oh, guys, we're literally the first ones in here. Holy smokes. Wow.
One of your subscribers and viewers.
Oh, sweet. What's your name?
I live in St. Louis. My name's Kanan.
Nice to meet you,
My
Kanan.
cousin over there.
What's up, guys?
Thanks for saying hi, dude.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
So good to see you. Having a good time today?
Oh, amazing.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for saying hi.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, have a good one. Sweet. All right, so guys, that's actually the second time I've gotten the rope drop to Road to Provo. The last time the conditions were actually a little bit better. The visibility was amazing. Bluebird with clouds parting. I'll leave a link to that video. Definitely check that video out. But this time I was the first person inside the rope. I literally set the traverse, which is crazy because that traverse can get pretty gnarly if you know. I am very impressed with the image quality of this camera, especially with the ND filters. I think it just makes it look even more cinematic, especially with that motion blur. You just have to be on it with the manual exposure and know exactly what you're doing in the settings. We'll dive into that in just a second, but I want to talk a little bit more about the image quality of this camera. The 1x1.3 sensor is very impressive, especially in low light. The video I did where we go through the tunnel at Snowbird in Peruvian, I was blown away by how sharp and crisp the image looked with absolutely no noise whatsoever. I haven't filmed yet at dusk or dawn, but I can't wait to because this camera is amazing in those low light conditions. The stabilization in this camera is excellent. DJI calls it rock steady. It doesn't have a lot of jerky movements in it like some other stabilizations do. It stays pretty fluid, and if you rotate the camera really suddenly, it does a nice job of kind of smoothly transitioning the camera. You can do horizon leveling and even a horizon lock, but you are more limited with the settings, and then the image also crops in quite a bit. This camera also has 10-bit color with a D-Log profile that is a very raw image to work with. It has tons of detail. It's very unsaturated right out the gate, but in post, you can get a very high dynamic range with a lot of details in the shadows and good details in the highlights as well. Now let's talk about battery life. I've gone out on 3 separate occasions on very cold days and haven't even gone through all 3 batteries. DJI says you can get up to 150 minutes per battery in 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That's around -20 Celsius, I believe. And you can have continuous recording at 4K 60 FPS without it overheating or shutting down. The camera system is super easy to use. We already talked about the magnetic system, but this is so cool, especially if you're using vertical video. You can pop on this cage like so, and now you can click it on and you got vertical video. The camera will automatically detect when you rotate it. It'll take it from horizontal to vertical. I have done that by accident once when I didn't want vertical video, but the good news is it still recorded the same full frame resolution, so just rotating it fixed that problem for me. There is also a way to lock the orientation to vertical or horizontal if you want to do that as well. Another cool function is there are 2 touch screens, one on the back and one on the front. If you tap it, it'll ask you if you want to unlock it. While you're looking at the lens, you can see all the settings right there on the front and touch them. That's pretty cool. Another thing I really like is you can create your own custom modes with your own specific settings and save those. Across all my modes, I was using auto white balance with 4K and a D-Log color profile. Typically, I didn't use the stock built-in video mode or the slow motion mode. I found out the hard way if you use the slow motion mode built in instead of making your own. It saves the video onto the SD card as a 30 frames per second video with no audio. So if you're just doing a slow-mo shot, that's fine. But if you're planning to have regular speed and then do speed ramping at 120 FPS, that doesn't really work. So I set up my own custom modes and I didn't have that problem. And you don't have to touch the screen to select those modes. You can actually just press the mode button on the side and it'll cycle through all those custom modes as well as the preset ones that you have saved. And if that weren't enough, to make sure you're in the right mode you want to be in, when you switch modes, it gives you an audio cue telling you which mode you're in. That's custom 1, custom 2, custom 3, etc. Very cool. Another thing that's really cool is you can hide the modes that you don't use. So if you're accidentally getting into a time lapse from time to time, you can basically just eliminate that mode. And it also does voice commands that are very straightforward, like start recording, stop recording, or shut down. There's also some cool features like you can remove the selfie pole inside the DJI Mimo app. It only outputs a 1080p file, but that's pretty cool. And you can sync your recording to the DJI wireless microphone to get external audio really easily. Speaking of DJI products, I've been using their drones for a while, and I love the fact that the color profile on this camera is gonna match the color profiles on my drones. That makes color grading in post so much easier, knowing that my color is gonna match my drone shots and my action camera. Apparently you can even sync time code with your drones and the DJI Osmo Action 4. So in post, you just line up the time codes, and boom, all your footage is exactly in the same spot on the timeline. Overall, I'm very impressed with the Osmo Action 4. Hopefully the footage speaks for itself. I will say I was a little bit disappointed with the wind noise even after I added my little mod to it. I think using the DJI external mic or adding some more dead cats to the front of the camera would help clean up the wind noise just a little bit. Again, I want to thank DJI for sponsoring this video and sending me this camera to try out. I am very impressed with it. It's pushing innovation, which is awesome. It's got a very high quality cinematic look and it's extremely reliable. Now, if you guys want to see how this camera stacks up to the GoPro Hero 12, I'm going to be doing a comparison video of the two cameras as well. There'll be a link to that in the description below when it drops. And drop a comment below letting me know what you guys think of this camera and the footage from these videos. I hope you guys are progressing in anything and everything that you're doing. As always, I love you. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Are you Dan?
Yeah. What's up? Oh, nice gloves.
Thanks.
Heck yeah.
I got them through Donovan.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's in Japan right now, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Lucky guy.
I think we bumped into you like last year.
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer.
Right on.
What's up, Dan?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
I will catch you later.
All right, have a good one. Whoa! Oh, definitely hit something. Caught my arm on a tree branch. That needs to fill in, guys. Smashed the thumb a little bit. Did not feel good. I really wanted to go backy, but wanted to feel the pop out first, and I'm glad I did.